The 4 different natural remedies that will help you get your period in 5 minutes, 1 hour, or 1 day that I'll be sharing are 100% natural, no medicine, no chemicals. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you 4 different natural remedies that have helped women to get their periods in minutes, in hours, or even a day. I'll also be telling you that one particular natural remedy that works for me when I was struggling with irregular period. So you have 4 different options to choose from, the one that works for you. Number 2, I will also be sharing with you 4 major medical causes of irregular period. Maybe you're having this and you don't know. Number 3, I'll be also showing you all the positive comments that we have gotten from women all over the world regarding these natural remedies. 4, I'll be answering all the frequently asked questions that are related to these remedies. Lastly, number 5, I'll be sharing with you cautions, things you need to pay close attention to if you're beginning to experience them. Maybe they might be beyond just having irregular period. It might be an indication that there is an underlying sickness you need to pay close attention to immediately. Remember, you are a woman and our bodies are quite fragile. So if this is the podcast you want to listen to, I'll encourage you to like, comment, subscribe, share, and let's get into it.
To even start with, you can't do life without God. Take it or leave it.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Nalwe Ifoma. Like I earlier mentioned, I'm going to be sharing all of these things with you that will help you get your period back in 1 hour, in minutes, or even 1 day. One of the things I would like you to do is that I want you to pay close attention. Don't be in a rush. I know maybe you are wondering or you are just worried why your period is not coming and you just want to go straight into the answer without paying attention to maybe underlying reasons why you're experiencing this. So I will try my best to see that I don't make this video lengthy, but also incorporate and make sure that I share everything that I'm supposed to share in this video that will help you get your period back. You would also like to make sure you click on the card up here to watch all the videos I posted when it comes to period. I have a playlist of videos that tells you a lot about your period. You really need to check up that playlist. Now on the screen, you will see a lot of comments from different women like you commenting how the remedies I shared has really helped them, regain their period almost immediately. Some said 5 minutes, some said 1 hour, some said a day. A particular woman has been on a family planning for over 2 years, and this particular remedy helped her. I personally, when I was struggling with my period irregularities, I took this remedy once and it really worked for me. So in today's video, you have 4 different options to explore. So before I go into these remedies, I want you to pay close attention to something. If you began to notice that your period have been over, your cycle is more than 30 days, and also you notice that you always have to drink something before your period comes, or you are not sexually active but you still struggled with period irregularities, there are 4 possible causes of these period irregularities that I really want you to go and see a medical doctor, see a gynecologist for proper examination. If after taking these remedies or this particular remedy and it seems as though it was not working for you, or if you take these remedies and it works for you, and then maybe in your next cycle you have to take this remedy before you have your period, then you have to pay close attention. Go and see your gynecologist. I also want to use this opportunity to let you know that, to place a disclaimer out there, that I'm not a medical doctor. I am a lifestyle coach, a food scientist, amongst other things I do. I'm sharing this for educational purposes and also some of the things that I've heard medical doctors share on their channel as well. 4 causes of irregular period. Number 1 might be PCOS. Number 2 might be hormonal imbalance. The third one might be uterine pathologies. And the last one on my list might be infertility, amongst others. So if you are beginning to notice these things, maybe you are in an early stage of PCOS, that you need to check out with a medical doctor before it becomes late, or you're struggling with infertility or hormonal imbalance. There are things that could lead to hormonal imbalance like stress, pressure. I also listed them in when I talked about the playlist that contains the videos you need to watch about your period. If you really want to get rid of this situation once and for all and not allow it to keep occurring in the future, you certainly need to check the description box for the link to check out the playlist I made on period. So I know you can't wait for me to share. I'm done talking. The first remedy on my list will be the one that really worked for me, which is this simple ingredient, ginger. Ginger has a lot of health benefits. If you don't have ginger in your home as a woman, I don't know what you're really doing with your life. Okay, ginger is packed with a lot of anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties that are good for your health. First things first, get your organic ginger or your powdered ginger. Go on to grate and then wash thoroughly. After which you will blend thoroughly and drain out the juice. One of the questions I keep asking is, what if you don't have blender? If you don't have blender, make sure you chop the ginger into really tiny pieces and then pour in your hot water into it. Stir very well, allow it to cool, and then drink. This one remedy was one that knocked it off for me. The second option or second remedy you would like to pay close attention to, or you may want to try if you don't have ginger around you, is this one. 1 teaspoon of cumin seed and 1 teaspoon of fennel seed. Then you go ahead to pound it into a coarse powder. After which you go in with your ginger and you pound it also. Just follow closely. You go in with your ginger and crush it well. Then you keep them aside, and in your pot, put in 1 cup of water and then pour in the mixture. And then begin to stir and bring it to a boil. After which you add about ½ teaspoon of organic turmeric, stir, allow it to keep boiling until the water reduces onto a half. Then you allow to cool, you strain and you drink. Then the third remedy is from a particular doctor I would like you to pay close attention to. Haram Seeds. They will help you to reduce menstrual cramps, increase bleeding, and induce late period. Just take 4 teaspoons of Haram Seed, boil it in 4 glasses of water, then you keep boiling until it reduces to 1 glass of water. That's when you now strain and you drink. You can drink it once or twice, and it helps you to relax your muscle and provide you relief. So you can add honey to it if you want, but like he mentioned, you can drink it once or twice. Drink it twice if it does not affect you, if it doesn't give you running stomach. And number 4th remedy, before I say the number 4th remedy, I encourage you strongly to subscribe to this channel. Subscribe, comment, click on that like button so that a lot of other women can easily get through to these videos, and you can also always come back to this video for more clarity on things that you may not really understand. So number 4 remedy on my list. So in a glass of water, you're going to put in 1/2 to 1 teaspoon of Fenric Seed, and then you soak it overnight. Why should you soak it overnight? Because it will help you to reduce the boiling or the cooking time the next day. Then the next day, what you do is you boil it. You go ahead to pour it into your pot, boil it for about 10 minutes in that 1 glass of water, and by then you should see that the water should reduce a little bit. Then you go ahead after 10 minutes, you strain the water and allow it to cool down, because if you drink it at that time, it's going to be really hot. So you allow it to cool down and then you drink. This is the actual color of the drink that you'll be getting after you have finished boiling for 10 minutes the next day, and this should guarantee you to get your period in 1 or 2 days after that. Now, these are the 4 natural remedies. You can see they are natural remedies, and sometimes you may be wondering how you'll be able to take them. This will be taking us into the frequently asked questions. I'm going to be giving answers to some of these frequently asked questions. For the 3 other remedies I shared, I'm going to be putting on the screen the names of the channels where I got these helpful remedies. Before breakfast or after dinner, but if it doesn't disturb you, you can take it twice. You can store it in the fridge, and yes, you can use the ginger powder. For this, I'm not quite sure, but all I would say is you can try to dilute it with water and drink. I already answered this earlier on. You can take it once or twice a day. Thank you. So I hope I'm able to answer some of the questions you may have that may spring up when you're about to take any of these remedies. Let me know your thoughts in the video. If it really worked for you, you can come back to this video, comment in the comment section, and let me know how it worked for you and how long it took before you started seeing your period again. Lastly, I want to bring you to some caution. One of the questions people ask is, does this remedy help you to abort pregnancy? This remedy does not help you abort pregnancy. As the one I know, the one I tried in particular, the ginger remedy, it does not help you abort pregnancies. And I don't know why you'd want to terminate a life. Some people are pro-life, some persons are anti-life, but I really know that you are a woman who is a woman of purpose, a woman who has a plan for her life, right? And you are a woman who loves God, and you wouldn't want to go against what God has said in his word. So let's say you made a mistake, for example, and unfortunately you got pregnant. There won't be need for you to seek ways to terminate a life. That is a sin before God, and it's not even good for your own health. Disregard everything people might be telling you. People might say it is your life, it is your choice, or it is your body, it is your choice. It is true. It is your body. It is your life, but it is not your choice, because this life was given to you. This body was given to you. You did not create this body. So I just hope this encourages even if it's one person to just do your best not to stay chaste. There is beauty in modesty, there's beauty in chastity, there's beauty in abstinence, there is beauty in keeping yourself until you're married before you begin to go into sexual activities. Sometimes women may have medical reasons why they need to break their virginities, or medical reasons why they need to keep having sex because they are no longer virgins. But if you have goals and plan, and for your future, you know what God has called you on earth to do, you would fight against the temptation. And you also know the repercussions that comes with the spiritual repercussions that comes with sexual intimacy with strangers. You will know that your life is too precious, that you are way too important to allow your body to be used as experiment by doctors, or allow your body to be used as sex toys by other men. How do you become a high value feminine woman in this generation if you don't have control over your body, if you don't have control over the information or access people have over your body, over your spirit, over your soul, over your mind? You have to take charge, because you're called for a purpose, you're called for a reason. There's a reason God called you on earth to fulfill. And at the end of the day, when we all will finally leave this world, because none of us is going to stay on earth forever, we are all going to die someday. And when we finally die, where will our souls be? Where will have you thought of eternity? Or even if you don't get to die, what if you contract STDs, XTIs, incurable diseases and virus that will only make your life more frustrated? Or what if you become spiritually bonded and tied to a deity, or to an ancestor, or to an altar? Or what if you start a new negative pattern in your family? Your life is way too important to be indulged in things that would harm you, not just physically, but also harm your future. I also want to seize this opportunity to ask you, if you have backslidden from God, you have gone away from the way of the Lord, and you are struggling with finding your way. Maybe you find yourself in a very toxic relationship and you don't know how to get out, or you're struggling with something. It is important that this might be the sign God wants you to see, or the video he wants you to see, to know that you can stop now and come back to God. You can stop now and come back to Jesus. You can go back to the place of chastity. You can go back to the place of abstinence. You can choose to keep your body until you are legally married to go into sexual activities. One of the things that is causing me to divert towards this part is because in the first video I made a couple of years that has to do with this, what to drink when you miss your period, I got a lot of women, some of them especially in my inbox, asking me if this remedy can help them abort pregnancies. It is not one person, it's not even two persons. So this has led me to begin to tilt my mind quite away from the thought that women just missed their periods. Women are just struggling with irregular period and they would want remedies to it, and begin to think that some women actually are scared that they missed their period, maybe because they had gotten pregnant, which means they had become sexually active with a man. There are so many things that comes with sex apart from that temporal pleasure it gives to you. It has a lot to do with your mind, with your body, with your soul, with your spirit. And like I said earlier, I would mention it again. You are way too important to while away time. You are way too important to become an experiment, a lab rat on the table of doctors who will terminate pregnancies. You are way too important to God to just live your life just whatever the day brings. You can choose to live a life of vision. You can choose to live a life of color. You can choose to live a life of purpose. I promise you. And yes, it is you that I'm talking to. So I just hope this video helps you. If it does, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out other videos I have on this channel that are so beneficial on this path to helping you become a high value feminine woman. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. And remember, Jesus is coming soon. Prepare your ways and prepare for the Lord. There is a way that seems right unto a man, but the end of that way is a way that leads to death. And I don't want you to die even while your flesh is still living. I love you and see you. Bye.